What is up, Bears fans, and as always, welcome back to the Bear Review. So today I quickly want to talk about a trade rumor that has the NFL world buzzing, and some people like myself scratching their heads. What I'm talking about is the hypothetical trade of Chicago Bears star wide receiver DJ Moore to the New York Jets. Now, this particular proposal, sending a 2027 third-round pick to the Bears for Moore, was originally floated by Paul Eston Jr. of Heavy.com in his article on June 21st, 2025. This also came off the heels of ESPN's Jeremy Fowler chiming in about Moore's availability after the Bears drafted Luther Burden in this most recent NFL draft. But here's the thing. While some are talking about moving him for a distant future pick, I'm about to break down exactly why this would be an absolute mistake for the Chicago Bears from every angle. So let's dive in. First off, we need to talk about roster building. So trading DJ Moore isn't just moving a player. It's gutting the very core of what the Bears are trying to build on offense. General Manager Ryan Poles and head coach Ben Johnson have put a ton of resources into building around their franchise quarterback, Caleb Williams. Moore is locked in through the 2029 season, perfectly aligning with Caleb's rookie deal and Rome Odunze's contract. Moore even went as far as saying he signed his extension because he wanted to be part of Caleb's superstar future. He's the proven, surefire wide receiver number one that any young quarterback desperately needs. You then also have to question the depth. Yes, the Bears drafted Rome Odunze and Luther Burden, but pulling Moore out leaves that receiver room razor thin. Burden is completely unproven in the NFL, and while he and Rome Odunze have immense potential, you're suddenly relying almost entirely on rookies and second-year players. Coach Ben Johnson talks about building a diverse receiver core, like a basketball team. Moore, alongside Odunze, is supposed to lead that group. Removing him? Well, that completely disrupts this strategy. We also need to talk about the financials and the concept of asset management. Trading DJ Moore for a future third-round pick isn't just a bad deal. It's an illogical undervaluation of an elite proven asset. Just stop and think about it for a moment. You're trading a player of Moore's caliber, who's consistently producing and is fully integrated into your offense, for a distant 2027 third-round pick. That's a move from certainty to pure speculation. Draft picks, especially those that are years out, are lottery tickets. Will they become productive NFL players, let alone match Moore's immediate impact? This trade is like selling a high-performing stock for a mystery box 2 years from now. That's just poor resource allocation. And the opportunity cost here is huge. You don't just lose more, you then have to spend more draft capital or massive free agent money just to replace his production. You're effectively taking 2 steps back to then spend more resources just to get back to where you started, instead of building on existing strengths. You are expending resources just to fill a hole you unnecessarily created. It's wildly inefficient. Let's also not forget the competitive window. The Chicago Bears are clearly building towards contention, not another teardown. Trading DJ Moore would actively slam the brakes on that momentum. With Caleb Williams and other young, cost-controlled talents, the Bears' competitive window is opening now. To trade away Caleb's most reliable, experienced, and productive target would absolutely hinder his development and delay the team's push for the playoffs. Successful teams surround their young quarterbacks with proven talent to maximize their crucial rookie window. That's your most cost-effective period to build a championship roster. Trading Moore is doing the exact opposite. Now, while players like Rome Odunze and Luther Burden are incredibly talented, removing Moore puts immense and undue pressure on these players to immediately step up into the wide receiver one role. It forces them into a bigger role sooner than ideal, potentially hindering their natural development. Keeping Moore allows for a much smoother integration of new talent, ensuring Caleb has a diverse and experienced receiving core. This move would signal a step backwards, prolonging the rebuild instead of accelerating it. Beyond the field, one thing most people don't talk about is trading a foundational player like DJ Moore could seriously mess with player morale and future contract negotiations. GM Ryan Poles has built a reputation for rewarding homegrown players and those who perform, creating a culture where hard work leads to long-term security. Now, we've seen that with Jalen Johnson, Cole Kmet, and Kyler Gordon. Poles even signed Moore to an extension with 2 years left on his previous deal, a rare move that screams how important Moore is to this franchise. Moore's extension is the largest for a wide receiver in Bears history. That also sends a strong message. If the Bears were to trade him, especially after guaranteeing such a large sum and calling him a cornerstone, it would signal massive inconsistency. Imagine being a player like Jaquan Brisker, or another player looking for an extension. You'd start questioning the team's long-term commitment. This complicates future negotiations and could make Chicago a less attractive destination. And last but not least, let's talk about the fans. Trading a fan-favorite, high-performing player like DJ Moore would absolutely ignite a firestorm of negative reaction from the Bears' passionate fan base. Fans and myself have invested emotionally in this renewed hope with Caleb Williams and all of these exciting draft picks. To trade away one player who consistently delivers and who you just touted as a cornerstone, that's confusing. That's counterproductive. It would lead to a massive decline in fan morale and trust in the front office. It completely undermines the buy-in the team has been so carefully cultivating. Such a move could also send a really bad message to potential free agents and other players around the league. If the Bears are seen as a team that trades away its best assets for future picks, especially after handing out big extensions, it screams instability. This might deter top-tier free agents from even considering Chicago because they'd question the team's long-term vision and whether their own contributions are truly being valued. Maintaining a stable, committed, and trustworthy image is absolutely critical for attracting and keeping top talent in the cutthroat NFL world. So when you put it all together, trading DJ Moore would not only dismantle the core of the Bears' offensive strategy, it would also be very poor asset management and actively delay their competitive window. That to go along with seriously damaging both player trust and public perception. To me, his presence isn't just important, it's vital for Caleb Williams' development and the overall stability and success of this franchise and its offense. It would be illogical and a frankly detrimental move for the Chicago Bears right now. He's not going anywhere. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, I appreciate everyone that watches. And of course, until next time, bear down, guys.